Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we have count them, two Temtem trailers to break down. One of them was from a few days ago and shows us more gameplay and a never-before-seen area, whilst the other came out today and it's an animated trailer. It's looking pretty legit if you ask me. So let's just jump into the first trailer.
If you want to be a great tamer, you must utilize all the tools available to you in the archipelago. Here's a quick look at some of our more in-depth systems for the more involved tamers.
Couple things to break down here. So firstly, we see this town, which I'm sure someone who has the alpha would be able to delineate further upon. But from my perspective, I'm kind of wondering if there's a day-night cycle or if this area will just remain nighttime whenever you're here. As you can see in the background, this town has a crystal right in the center. So it's likely in close proximity to the crystal mine where you could catch wild crystals and or maybe evolve Tawai into Tivine. Then we see here that you're given a prompt before you breed, which is a really nice display. It tells you exactly what SVs it could possibly have and what you're going to get. This is a great way to make breeding more widespread and user-friendly. I'm 100% in favor of something like this. I also appreciate that each egg, and we already know this, but each egg has a type associated with it. So I'm not sure which type the egg chooses for dual typed, but I'm assuming it just chooses the first one. Because if you look at Kinu, it's a nature mental type, and since nature is first, thus the nature egg. The eggs are nothing game-changing, but they do help the world feel a lot more realistic, and they're all around a nice touch.
The 2v2 battle system allows for a much more strategic style of play.
Here we see a couple more areas. The first one appears to be some type of autumn-esque place, while the second is likely the crystal mines as mentioned earlier.
The stamina and synergy systems force players to plan out their moves in order to combo attacks and use defensive techniques for intense risk versus reward gameplay.
This is all stuff we already know. We get to see a few more attacks and some Tems not shown before in previous trailers, but the gist of it's the same.
The breeding center allows for a fully transparent look to raise more powerful and unique Temtem you can't find in the wild. Through breeding, newborn Temtem can inherit different aspects from their parents, such as techniques, traits, and single values. Some Temtem and attack techniques can only be acquired through the breeding center.
Once again, we went through all of this during my breeding guide video, which you should totally check out if you want a more in-depth look at the system as a whole. I'll leave the link to that in the description.
And while you're out exploring, look for the ultra-rare Luma versions of your favorite Temtem with extra powerful stats.
So basically, Lumas all have 3 perfect SVs, kind of like how legendaries as of Gen 6 and Pokemon all have 3 perfect IVs. This is a great system to adopt, as it definitely sucks to have a legendary, or in this case a shiny or a Luma, that completely sucks. I've seen a lot of questions about Lumas and stats, so essentially, Lumas are not more powerful than regular Temtems, they just by default have 3 perfect stats. Their potential is the same.
To aid in your hunt, look out for more information on our endgame area, which will feature new Temtem every week with higher Luma rates and better stat rolls.
So this endgame area seems to be very interesting as it's going to have rotating Temtem that appear there. I'm assuming that it will be available during the early access, and upon full launch it'll likely either be moved or walled off until the post game. I can see this area as a really good opportunity to slowly integrate some of the rest of the Temtem until full release. As you may or may not know, early access will come with 75 out of around the 161 plus Temtem. So this could be a good way to get players engaged and keep them going until the full launch happens.
Temtem is designed from the ground up to innovate and push the boundaries of the creature collecting genre. Join us for our early access launch.
It really is pushing the boundaries and raising the bar for this genre. I'm excited tomorrow, to say the least. It really does feel like Crema is trying to make a game that won't just sell but will be enjoyable for their consumers. I think it's really important for the future of creature collection that Temtem do well. I really do think that there is a need for games like Temtem, Coromon, Monster Crown, etc. And I say the more the merrier. Okay, so let's move on to the animated trailer that just launched today. So this might just be me overanalyzing, but that ship seems to be what's used to traverse the several islands. This could possibly create a segue for future content down the line, post full release. It'd be really easy for them to create a new area that's accessed via this ship, like a new region or island or whatever. As of right now, however, Crema has confirmed that they're focused on finishing the game before they even think about expansions, so we're still not sure if we'll get any of that. This kind of reminds me of the Black and White 2 animated trailer, but mixed in with sort of like Ben 10 art style. I really do like it despite the cheesy music.
Let's do it, pig, we can dance.
So here we get to see 3 of the dojo leaders. They all seem to have some sort of Aboriginal theme. It'll be interesting to see the other 5 and how they sort of connect. Here we have Clan Bell Soda. By the looks of it, Lady Lottie isn't actually the boss. This dude is. Not much really to say other than the fact that that looked pretty damn sick. So yeah, that's the end of the trailer. It is pretty cool if you ask me. It seems like Temtem would even have potential as an anime short by the looks of it. So let me know what you guys think of the 2 trailers. Are you hyped for Temtem? Let me know in the comments below. And just a reminder that we have one more day. That's right, one more day. Tomorrow is the early access launch. So thank you guys so much for joining me the last 11 days in a row where we counted down the days until Temtem's release. I'll see y'all tomorrow for some early access gameplay. So make sure to subscribe for more Temtem content, including gameplay, guides, general info, battling, and much more. So with all that being said, until next time, peace.